Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another episode of This Week in Kyrix. This is for the week of Wednesday, not September, what the hell? December 12th, 2018. Fucking September, really, dude? And oh boy, has it been a hell of a week. A lot of ups, couple downs, but very much a net positive for me. For starters, as I mentioned last week, we have the new roommate, so he's been getting along well enough here. You might be able to tell I've got a cold. I don't know if you can. It seems obvious to me, but then again, I'm living with the symptoms. It might not come across in my voice, because I normally sound like shit. But, for starters, the new laptop has finally arrived, and, don't judge a book by its cover is in full force here. Because it looks like a laptop my mom used to have. Well, I have it now, but it doesn't work. Where it's kind of primitive. It's not necessarily very good. Hers was just a complete piece of crap. But mine has some real power to it. It's got a lot under the hood, as it were. Oops. Oh, shit. Yeah, in short, the laptop's got it where it counts, you know. And I have already started doing recordings of Cuphead, for example. This laptop can live stream. I've had 2 test live streams, one with 0 audience, because it was just me testing it. The other had a friend of mine, and it was meant to show off a couple games, because I'm trying to get this friend to play some of them with me, and it just turned into a full-on run of Death Road to Canada. A very entertaining run. You could expect fairly soon for me to put it on the YouTube channel for everyone to enjoy. Oops, that was incorrect. But, live streams will not be a typical thing for me. I'm just not that kind of person. Maybe someday I will become that kind of person, but I'm not there yet. But, right now, it has the intention of me just wanting to play games with friends. Like you might see me live streaming Monopoly, or Clue, or Boss Monster, or Life, or games like that. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Matter of fact... But, yeah, the fact that my computer can both play and record things like Cuphead and all my other games means that my channel's about to get a lot bigger. You know, I mean, obviously, it's going to take a little bit. I've got catching up to do and whatnot. But expect things in the near future to really pick up for me. Oh. I thought I heard a zombie, but no, that was just me breathing. Which actually is kind of how I've been sounding in real life in the past couple days. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've got a cold again. I've almost got it shook, though. The fact that I missed taking a Dayquil for a sizable portion of the day didn't help me. But, there is no Pokemon update for this week because I didn't go. I had a dinner with my mom, actually. A little Christmas dinner thing at her nursing home. Turns out they do this every year, but we didn't find out last year, so I got a call saying, hey, can you invite one of your friends and just come have dinner with me? And we did. The friend in question being Reaper, who's shown up on my channel once or twice way back in the day. And, it was pretty cool because usually he's hard to get a hold of for things like that. His schedule's so hectic, but he managed to make it out, and we were both pleased to see him. It was pretty cool. But today was a hectic-ass day. For starters, I had to go to vocational rehab, which went really well, actually. I I had to answer a questionnaire because I got a new case manager. I don't know why, and I don't really care why. The fact is my case is still being worked on. That's the important bit. But yeah, I met the new case manager. We started trying to come up with a plan. I was emphasizing a short-term plan, because my plan being, let's get me employed and then worry about any dreams for the future kind of thing. So we did this little 60-question questionnaire thing where I rated things on a 1 to 5 scale. Do you like this? Do you like that? Trying to find the kinds of jobs that would suit me. Turns out I fit rather heavily into the conventional jobs, social jobs, and another one. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, out of the 6 job sections, I fit into 3 of them. Because it works on kind of a hexagon where you favor one at the cost of another kind of thing. But we're looking into getting me some job placement. I actually go back Friday to meet with them and get further on that. Now, the plan had been ride the bike up to vocational rehab, do this thing, ride the bike home, get some chores done, get on the bus, go see Mom. Well, it was ride the bike most of the way there, have the bike break down, be in vocational rehab significantly longer, catch the bus to Largo directly, and never go home. And, yeah. And it turns out this is actually something in my favor, because my plan had been to get my bank card when I got home, and stop at Five Below when I was at a bus stop, where basically it dropped me off at Tyrone Mall, and I had a 15-minute window before the next bus arrived. I was going to go to Five Below and get a new wireless headset. Well, as it turns out, when I went to Largo, my aunt picked me up because I missed the bus that would have taken me straight there. I would have shown up late if I'd taken it. And while I was there, I was able to dig through her car and find my headphones. So, I saved $5. But, yeah, I've been playing Subnautica, which I now own for the PS4. And it's been a lot of fun. It's also been frustrating because the game is new on the platform, and the bugs aren't all out yet. Like, I'm constantly having crashes when I try to save the game. So that's something that needs to be ironed out, and hopefully will in the next month or so. And it really hurts me as a gamer to think that I've gotten to this point, that we've gotten to this point where you just accept that, yeah, the game's not working yet, it will eventually maybe, you know? But that's the world we live in now. As a side note, on my computer playing my games, for some reason it's not playing any of the Final Fantasies except for 6. And I don't know why. I'm gonna have to write to Steam and tell them, hey, can you please fix this? Because I don't want a refund or anything, because I've had the game for years, and it still works on the other laptop, but it doesn't work on the new one. When I eventually, hopefully, get this sorted out, I will be doing a blind run of Final Fantasy III. My next 4-job Fiesta run will be done on the PC version. And I will likely use this version to do both Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. So, those are games you can look forward to in the near future. Likewise, like I said, I've been working on Cuphead. I have the whole Tomb Raider series. I have the Legacy of Kain series. I plan to start Star Ocean soon. I own 2 of the 3 Dead Space games. I've got to get the first one, and then I'm going to do the trilogy. Let's see, what else? There's a couple of the games that I own on the laptop, or, yeah, on Steam, for example, that I want to do as Let's Plays. And there's a couple games I want to live stream with friends. One moment. What the hell was that noise? roommate came out of his room for some reason. I'm guessing he had Rio in there because he opened his door and she came running out, so. What, Rio? Hi, baby, did you miss me? Were you sleeping with the roommate's room? That's why you don't go in there, you silly thing. Give me just a moment. I'm sorry. I have to go blow my nose again. Yeah, I've probably gone over this before, but that was last year, so I'm going to do it again. My colds go through stages. Like, I'll have... Generally, the first stage is I'll wake up with my throat feeling really constricted, and that's my clue that, hey, you don't just have the sniffles, you've got a full-on cold. At which point I go to Walgreens and get NyQuil and DayQuil and start taking my medication. Then I have... You know, the coughing day, I have the day where I'm blowing my nose every 5 minutes, and then I have the stage I'm in now, where you need to blow your nose for 5 minutes, but all you do is backfire your snoot. I don't know if this is average for a lot of people, but if I blow my nose too hard, it kind of blocks up my throat. It feels like I just kind of backfired. So, basically, you have to blow your nose, but you physically can't very often. So, that's the stage I'm at now. But for some reason, the attempt, at least, kind of helps. You know what I mean? Where, like, oh, you tried, we'll give you partial credit. Mini bikes. I got that one pretty early. In my own playthrough, it took me quite a while to get the mini bike book. Like, I was probably 15 days in or something. But, yeah, my channel's really coming together again. I haven't done much. I'm gonna, over the next couple days, I'm gonna be doing, gonna be trying to finish Phantom Pain. I'm gonna be finishing Cuphead. Which I don't think Cuphead's gonna take me longer than a week at the rate I'm currently going through it. I'm gonna be starting Star Ocean. I'm gonna be doing some more stuff on the PS4, potentially. I'm gonna try and order Shantae for the GameCube. Not for the GameCube. I'm going to order it for Game Boy Color and play it on the GameCube. Sorry, that was weirdly worded. And I'm going to try and get the whole Shantae series done. We may or may not be loaning out the PS4, in which case I won't be doing this as This Week in Kyrix, obviously, because it's a PS4 game. But I'll figure something else out. Like, I'll probably go back to Stardew Valley for a while, or maybe I'll play some Civ 5 or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with Subnautica. I haven't played much the past couple days because the cold's really been fucking with me, so I've been sleeping a lot more. And there were 2 days in a row where I didn't come out here at all. Like, one was 2 nights ago where I was just sick and sleepy, and I didn't even wake up until after everyone else was awake, and I just didn't have the drive for it. And one was, I'm so used to Subnautica, I keep pressing right on the directional pad trying to switch my items, and I realize, oh, it doesn't work like that in this game. But, and then of course there was last night where I had to get up and be out of the house by noon, so I didn't want to stay up all night playing Subnautica and Digimon World Next Door. Which may or may not become a Let's Play. Because one of the opening scenes, for example, doesn't record. It's like, oh, playback or recording has stopped because of a blocked scene. And I've already gone on the record saying I don't deal with that shit. But on the other hand, the new laptop might work with my HD capture card. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm going to eventually. And if it does, then that's no longer an issue. I'll just record it that way. So we'll see. And the thing I like about Next Order is it's very much a continuation of the Digimon World game I've already done for my channel. It literally ties into that, like one of the characters is a grown-up version of the protagonist from that game. So that's kind of cool. Not a playable character, but he's there. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things. Don't expect my channel to pick back up immediately. I want to once again build a buffer. I want to have shit like in the backlog and just once I have enough stuff, just start churning it out all at once again to basically kick my channel back to life. But expect probably no later than April for my channel to start really releasing content again. Hi, Rio. And I'm so excited that that's going to be a thing, that I'm going to start doing shit again, because I haven't really liked not being able to record. And the fact that this computer can now handle so many new games and shit is just so good. I mean, just the idea that I can just do shit, you know? Nope, give me that glass. The idea that I can play Cuphead and Raft and Stranded Deep and Civ 5 and Boss Monster and all this shit and do it for my channel is just fantastic. And I'm very excited that that's a thing. I mean, it's probably not coming across in my voice, but believe me, I'm absolutely pumped about this. I'm just kind of subdued, partially because of the cold, and partially because I don't want to wake everyone up. But yeah, the my Twitch channel actually has that that playthrough of Death Road to Canada that I was talking about. I'm planning to put it on YouTube at some point soon. But I'm also planning to take a couple highlights, because there was some really, really funny shit that happened to that playthrough that I just want my YouTube audience to see. And I'm just kind of excited to be bringing that to the forefront. Like, I have it on familiar characters mode, but there's only 2 characters. Me and my friend who was doing the live stream with me. So there were no familiar characters to run into, so we ran into a lot of pre-generated shit. And some of the pre-generated characters were just full of so much personality. Like, we had this one girl in there called Sequoia, and she was a trip because she was just, as I called her at one point, just a shady bitch. She was just a bad person, and it made everything so entertaining. But, I will probably announce at some point that live streams are going to be a thing. Those of you who want to see live streams be a thing, really the only key factor is that I'm going to be doing these with people, with friends, with subscribers, etc. So, if you want to see me, like, do a lot of live streams, contact me on YouTube in a in a private message or in the comments and just play with me. You know, find games that you have that I also have. Find a schedule, etc. Like, oh, Saturday at 3 o'clock is really good for me, kind of thing. And just be willing to hop on voice and play games with me. And that's all it really takes to get me to live stream. You know, assuming I have the time. And of course, if it turns out you're a colossal dick, don't expect that live stream to stay up, because I just don't want to deal with it. But I'd like to think that if you watch my channel for any length of time, you know the kind of personality I have, and you know what's far, what's too far, etc. So yeah, I'm perfectly willing to live stream games with people. It's just I gotta have people to live stream with. And right now, with me getting everything set up, that's not going to be a super high priority. And just as a warning, this is probably going to be a short episode because, again, I'm really stuffed up. I don't want to be blowing my nose on camera, as it were. And it's just... Really, dude? And it's just, yeah, I want to take time off and play Subnautica and watch some YouTube. You know? Plus, whenever I'm sick, I don't like to record as much because I do not like the sound of my voice. It always, to me, sounds really scratchy. But when I'm sick, it's a million times worse in my own ears. I mean, for all I know, it sounds really good, but I don't think so. So, I have less motivation to record when I'm sick. Matter of fact, if not for the fact that I just got the laptop and just for the first time in months had a real opportunity to record, I wouldn't even have done the 2 episodes of Cuphead that I did. I'd have waited another week or so for me to shake this cold, but I was just too jazzed that I could really, on my laptop, do recordings again, that I just had to jump straight in. And I'm a little upset that I've only gotten 2 episodes of Cuphead done, but again, I've been feeling sick, I didn't want to stay up that day, and yesterday was just so hectic for me, and the day leading up to it, that I just didn't have the time, you know. And I'm actually doing pretty good at the game. I, of course, maintain that I'm not good at it, just for the sheer number of failures I'll have on a boss. But thus far, I haven't run into anything I can't trial and error my way through, you know. So while it's frustrating, it's not, say, Undertale frustrating. As I said to myself when I was heading up to vocational rehab, if I can beat Sans, I can beat anything given enough time. You know, Sans was pretty much the trial by fire for me. I beat him. I'm pretty sure I can handle what else the console has to throw at me, or the game. But we'll see. Time will tell. And I'm especially happy. This isn't necessarily channel related, but I'm especially happy that since my new computer has a much better processor, I can play Tabletop Simulator without debilitating lag. You know? Without worrying that, oh, this is going to crash any second now. No, I can just play Tabletop Sim, and I'm real excited. When I start playing with my friends, I might get some friends willing to play on camera, like do Star Trek tournaments, maybe do a D&D game on there, though I'll probably do that on Fantasy Grounds, which I will almost certainly get back into, given enough time. But yeah, it's really just a matter of who I can get to play with and whether or not they're willing to appear, quote-unquote, on camera. Like my friend I did the live stream with, I was fully prepared to boot up the older computer and have Discord running through that so that their voice didn't show up on the live stream at all because they have a history of being camera shy, you know? And I'm really respectful of that. If you don't want to be on voice, I won't pester you about it. But they told me, no, it's okay. And before I even really finalized the idea that I'm going to put this on YouTube, I said, hey, do you have a problem with me putting this on YouTube? They're like, no, go ahead, knock yourself out, you know. So maybe the Death Road stream was the catalyst that'll get them as regular on the channel. Maybe not, you know. And for those who are wondering why I specifically refer to this person as they, it's because this particular friend is transition, and I've been referring to them by one gender for so long, my brain isn't quite ready to make that switch, you know, even though I never refer to them as that at all to anyone, you know, out of respect. I don't do it to myself, I don't do it to their face, I don't do it to other people. It's just my brain isn't quite ready to flip that switch yet, so I'm kind of in a language transition, as it were. So that's why. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. Part of it depends on, well, for one thing, if they patch it properly. And part of it depends on whether the laptop, or not the laptop, the PS4 gets loaned out. But I might, starting next year, do This Week in Kyrix to Subnautica. Because there's lots of shit to do in Subnautica. And I don't think I'm ready to do a full-on Markiplier style Let's Play of it, though I might. And this gives me a chance to just bullshit my way through the game and have fun without having to beat it. But then again, Subnautica is also a game where it's very possible to beat the game, and it's not dependent on weird-ass resources like Minecraft, where if I don't find enough diamond, I'm not going to beat the final boss kind of thing, you know? Plus, in Minecraft, when you find diamond, you know, if you use it at all, it'll eventually break down. Like, if I use diamond to make a pickaxe, eventually that pickaxe will break, and I'll want another diamond pickaxe instead of making, say, a diamond helmet. You know? So, the odds of me ever beating Minecraft are pretty slim, just because of the inability to find diamond. But the odds of me beating Subnautica are pretty good, because eventually I'll work my way into new biomes, get new resources, and so on. I actually just did that the other day. I moved to a new biome near a heat vent, and built now 3 thermal plants to keep the place running. But, yeah, I'm at the point where I have a prawn suit, I've got a sea wasp. Is it a sea wasp, or... No, I don't think it's called a sea wasp, it's a sea something. But the little putter sub, and I've got the Cyclops. So, I mean, I've got all the vehicles, and I'm getting a whole bunch of shit, so... I don't know, I haven't decided if that's going to be a This Week in Kyrix thing or a full-on Let's Play yet. And part of me is waiting for them to fix that stupid save glitch, because it's kind of a big deal. It's very frustrating. That 9 times out of 10, that's what stops me from playing the game and makes me switch over to Digimon, is I'll be playing for 3 hours, not save, and then the game crashes and I lose all that progress, and I'm just like, nope, not doing that today. And then I just switch over to Digimon, and there we go. But, again, time will tell. We'll see. Ow. But I'm doing much better off. I've got my new laptop. The USB stick was confirmed to be a 15 gig stick. I have a refund processing for that, so I've got my money back, and they didn't ask for it back, so I still have the 15 gig stick. And my aunt will soon be ordering that double tera hard drive for me, which is where all my Let's Plays will live. Also, in the next week or so, I'm going to be uploading what I currently have of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and starting fresh recordings on that, so maybe by February I'll be done with the game, in recording terms. We'll see. It remains to be seen. But I'm optimistic about my progress. And, yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm really jazzed about pretty much all of it. I'm not jazzed about fixing the bike, but at least it will be fixed. And depending on how they fix it, like what gets replaced and whatnot, it could actually be pretty good for me. Because I think when they replace the pedal arm, which is what's wrong with it, they do both sides. And it's entirely possible when they do that, that they will also replace the pedals, and I can get smooth pedals on that bike. Because I want smooth pedals so that if for whatever reason I decide to ride barefoot, I can, or that I can ride in my sandals or flip-flops and not tear them up. And that's important to me. I might never ride it barefoot, but it's nice to have that option. Like, let's say the roommate's sending me up to the dollar store to get water for the machine outside. Well, I don't need to go into the dollar store, so I can just walk up there barefoot, or get off my bike in bare feet, get the water, come back, and not have to fuck with socks and shoes. And that's important to me, not fucking with socks and shoes. I don't want to. I don't like necessarily wearing socks and shoes. And it's actually kind of interesting if you know me personally. If a situation arises that makes me put socks on, chances are I will wear those socks for the rest of the day, and possibly to sleep and wake up in the socks. Because if I take them off, something might come up that makes me want to put them on again to put shoes on, and it's just less of a hassle to just leave the socks on. I have a very weird brain. My brain is very much, I don't want to wear socks, but fuck it, they're on my feet, I may as well keep them there. And in the wintertime, like right now, I do it to keep my feet warm. Like, I came home from visiting my mom in sweatpants and a jacket, and I just took the sweatpants and went to sleep in them, you know? And then I came out here and put the jacket back on, so... Yeah, I don't do well in the cold. But, speaking of don't do well and cold, I'm actually going to cut it off right here, because I'm really blocked up, and I want to get up and blow my nose, and I want to do other stuff. And yes, I know, these are late on upload, because I just haven't had time to transfer shit properly. It'll get done, as always, but I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.